You're listening to Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
My personal belief is that there is very compelling evidence that we may not be alone.
There has been and is an existing presence, an ET presence. It's not going to make a difference. It's not going to change reality.
I believe, as do the other folks that were on the flight, that when we visually saw it, that it was something not from this world.
Goof On Radio.
You were either in or you were either out, brother.
But the cream will rise to the top, oh yeah.
Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world.
Goof On Radio.
Remain seated, please. Permanecer sentados, por favor.
You're listening to Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
All right. It did it again. The volume was low, but here we are on Friday, August 26, 2022. How the hell are you? Yeah, I don't know why that volume gets low like that. It just does. I don't understand it. I just put eye drops in my eyes, and my eyes are still red. Welcome to Goof On the weekend. Friday. That's right. There was no Alien Addict tonight because Mike Rogers canceled. And we'll do that next Friday over at the AA. But here we are. And this is, by the way, just for those of you visiting and are... I don't know if you've seen this around the community, but Goof On is a drama-free zone. We're here to discuss UFOs and aliens peacefully and respectfully. We are not like the others. We are Truthology for ufology. That was so beautiful. But we are not in the drama for once. Arr. Yeah, I know the volume's good now, right? What are you going to do? Huh? What are you going to do? But we are going to talk a little bit about what happened over at the drama-free zone Not anymore. You know, these guys, they're such hypocrites. And when I say these guys, I mean Lucy from Lucy R. And, you know, I watched that whole show. First time I ever watched one of their shows from beginning to almost the end. I didn't watch the last 10 minutes. It was just a bunch of repeating everything over again. But I don't know how I felt about it. I understood, if anybody knows what I'm talking about, at the Celebrity Review, whatever you call that show, he went on his little tirade yesterday about how people in this field don't show full support. He was angry because his phone home show, which, by the way, didn't do good this year, he was mad because people weren't supporting him. And then he's like, all you people say you're activists and you don't even show up, you don't even tweet, you don't even advertise. I mean, you knew the home phone, you were in that, and you never did. Man, this guy just doesn't get it. It took me a while to get it. I used to say that. Matter of fact, I think I said it last week. Anytime there's something special going on or something happened over at GoofOn, remember I said that. I go, nobody ever goes out and tells other people about what's going on over here. Everybody's afraid to be associated with GoofOn. Not everybody, but a lot of people are. Well, I have to realize that you guys are just here just for this. You know, you don't have a responsibility to go out and advertise for me or anybody or say, hey, come look at GoofOn tonight. You know, I'm grateful for those of you that do. But Lucy was like calling people out, naming names of people that he's friends with and or worked with in the past on that home phone, was just going off. Like, I'm like, dude, shut off. Now I know what it's like when people watch GoofOn. It's like, dude, shut up. I mean, I get it. But it's a different cringe. They cringe when they watch GoofOn because they see somebody getting mad and saying things that they would never say publicly, which are fine to say publicly. The things I've said publicly are all good. Well, we're going to talk about all this stuff, and we're also going to talk about crash retrievals for profit, because that's what it's all about. And also, where are the alien implants? What happened? John Lear dies and the implants, nobody's got an implant anymore? It's unbelievable. Roll call, everybody. Brian. I have my love lights on, Brian. Welcome to the show. Bill. Nice. Welcome to the show. Helmut. Kaz. Welcome to the show. Mind blown over UAPs. Welcome to the show. Rebecca Wiles, Lavender Rose, you're welcome to. Samo, Goofonian Rockstar, Glenn Collins, both of you. Bob Birkins with 2 B's. Welcome to the show, Shell Shock. All right, everybody's here. Sean Howard's here. News Nebraska's here. Hey, News Nebraska. That's interesting. Glad to see you here. Yeah, I think I was just on your channel. No? What was that? What? I was on your channel. I think maybe it wasn't you. I don't know. I thought maybe that's why you were here, because I commented. Denbub, welcome to the show. Rondell Perry's here, everybody. Welcome to the show. David Wilcox, welcome to the show. Helen Crystal Energy, welcome to the show. Denbub, welcome to the show. Hutch Hutchins is here. I'm looking for answers, and you're the realist and true. I am the realist and the true, but I can't give you answers. I'll tell you what you don't want to hear. No disclosure, never going to happen. We're never going to see detailed craft from the government. Hey, did you hear that they have 24 other videos that could have been released with the gimbal Go Fast and Tic Tac? Did you hear about that? We'll talk about that. Ryan Graves was going off today. He's so excited about Senator Gillibrand. Oh, he's so cute. Ryan Graves is so adorable. You just want to put him in your front pocket. Take him everywhere with you. Glenn Collins is here. Welcome to the show. Hey, Marie Jose Sproul. Josie's here. Welcome to the show. Sky Allen. Welcome to the show. All right. Death Proof Bum 01. Welcome to the show. Carl. Welcome to the show. Catherine Deer. 2 E's are better than 1 in a deer. Zach Diecast Monsoon. Welcome to the show. Alfie Joe Bob. Welcome to the show. Jeanette Bumbach. Welcome to the show. Good to see you. Alien Critter, you too. Good to see you. Dave Bailey, good to see you. Welcome to the show. Chris Rogers, Luna Sparkles. Welcome to the show, everybody. SpaceX, who's at the front door? Exposure. Welcome to the show. Tony Introvert, welcome to the show. Alien Critter, did it? Said it again? Nah. Oh, well, yep. We're done. All right. Now we can talk about everything and nothing. This is ufology. This is ufology. You can't avoid the attacks from people. Let me show you something. You can't avoid it. This just came out. This is a new, it's called the Con Squad. And, oh, wow, that was weird. I thought I saw it pop up when I didn't do anything. The Con Squad. It's just a remake of the original. You remember the original? Watch. Here we go. This is the Con Squad. Keep questioning Lou Elizondo haters. The Con Squad. Here they are. Stephen Greer, rather be squidding. Green Street, Green Wall, Josh and Artemis, Kevin Flarius, Nick Coffin, Cartoon Joe, Bradley Johansson, Jeremy McCowan, Simon Fly, Area 503, we love Lou over here. What are you talking about? Jim Brewer's dad, Jack Brewer, Michael Huntington, Akashi Chris is now added to that list. Robert Salas, Aaron Desario, Bruce Fenton, Joel Griffin Dodd, Jason Colavito, Keith Floor, who cares? Rachel, you mean Tony Waba? Give me a break. They love Lou. They suck Lou's boots. Rachel Martin, study of UAPs. Matt Riot, who's a child. Dark Sky Files, Rich, and the other Rich. Look, they have 2 Riches next to each other and don't even know it. 2 dicks are better than 1. 5x5 News, Mad Scientist Podcast. Little Blue Orb, never heard of her. Lord UAP, Blake Cousins, Third Phase. Cal Korf? Lynn Wallington? Lord Ludacris, you made it. UFO Reality Check, Charlie Weiser, Steve Long, Zach Sitchy, John Warner, John Majorowski, Philip Mantle. New York UAP discussion? That guy's not even relevant. Get rid of that one. Spooky Morales. They got 3. They got 3. Josh and Artemis. Lou the Liar. Aphelion the Sixth Sense. Adam Go Righty, and the Taliban. The Taliban. They hate Lou. That's a good one. That's actually funny. This is great. Isn't ufology fun? People making, we're the Con Squad. So I commented, of course, more like, I said, I finally made it to the Truthers Board and the honorable who fight for the truth and don't follow the mainstream media hype of Lou Elizondo and Christopher Mellonheads. We fight for the truth and disclosure. Now there's 2 hearts. Michael Huntington is here. We should do a mega UFO conference with all these people as speakers. I would go and pay good money. Hell yeah! Oh shit! I just got an idea. I'm not going to say it out loud, but I think I'm going to go through with it. I'm going to contact some of you. And I want to put together something. Oh my God. You can read my mind, right? If you can, you should. It's very simple to read my mind. What do I want to do? Oh, it's happening. Oh, this is going to be great. I'm not going to say it exactly because I don't want anybody to steal it or give wind to anybody. But we are definitely in a... what's going on? Oh, look at that. It changes it. Oh, I didn't know you could change your font of the scroll. Look at that. Yeah, I like that one. Yeah, that's easier to read. I like black. Maybe we'll change the color for tonight. How about this one? This one? It's not changing. Why isn't it changing it? It's supposed to change the color. Now we can't change the color of the scroll? The scroll. Why can't I change it? There. Oh, now it changes. Oh, it doesn't change with the minimal. Oh, I see. Well, that's dumb. Yeah, I'll just leave it there. I don't like that color, though. Let's get rid of it. No. I have to match the shirt. Right? We'll try to match the shirt. That's what this guy did on his show. He just tried matching the colors of his shirt. It was weird. I enjoyed it. That's because we're always winning. All right. Let me wet your palate. I like what I'm about to do. I think this is nice. As you saw in the title tonight, NASA has some incredible evidence that they just refuse to talk about. And I'm going to show it to you. I'm going to turn this off. We don't need the banner there. We know where we are. Where are we? Where are we? This is the FFS zone, for fuck's sake zone. Remember the FFS zone when we had 300 subscribers? No? I know, nobody's here from there except for Nathan. Hey, Chris Rogers throwing down the first super chat of the day. Donald borrowed the defense documents. Redacted warrant says so. Oh, wow. If that's true, that was probably an accident. Donald Trump's a good guy. Stop. The guy's never been proven anything anybody's ever said he was. Right? Chris Rogers with a £5, 5 quid. Way to start the show. First super chat. Well, thank you, Chris Rogers, for the first super chat of the night of £5, 5 quid. Donald barred the defense document. Protect one that good. Says who? Mucho gusto, generoso. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, Teflon Don. That's Teflon Don. All right, I'm going to play this. The music, I'm going to play it because I don't monetize the show. You know, ad free. My shows are free. We keep them free. That was another thing Lucy was talking about. I keep my shows free. I don't charge anybody, but yet I'm making $3,000 a month. I've got 50 patrons, and then he shows all of how much money he's making, and I'm like, that's it? GoofOn has the pound for pound, person for person, we have the best supporters on the planet. Since day one. GoofOn has always had the support. Why is that? I'll tell you why, Lou. Why? Because we tell it like it is. We're not here for clicks and views like you said you're not. But you are. That's all you care about. And then he talks about me. Oh, the reason you're not getting any clicks and views, it's because of your attitude, dude. Your attitude is terrible. I would never watch you, although I do watch your show and I enjoy it, but I would never watch it. He says, I would never have you on my show unless you apologize to Christina Gomez for being a misogynist. Why? Because she uses her sexuality? Come on, she's dancing during the break of a Zieg Fugel interview. She gets up and starts dancing. Hypocrites. Such a big old hypocrite. I'm not a hypocrite. I am not. He is like Richard Nixon. He is Tricky Dick. He is, from now on, he's Tricky Dick. He is Tricky Dick. This is beautiful. Watch this. Make sure the volume's up. From Third Phase, the NASA files are exposed. Let's show you what we have. Stuff is unbelievable. Jugas explaining todo. That was powerful. Yes, I'm still thinking about going to the Artemis launch. Most likely I will be. And I just got to get the oil changed and the air conditioning pumped a little bit, and then we'll be good to go. Pumped. And every time I go get the air conditioning looked at, it works for like 5 days. Great. And then all of a sudden it stops working. I mean, it works, but it's cool air. We got to change that from lukewarm to I don't know. Anyway, but I like those NASA files, man. Some of these videos are unbelievable. We're going to go through those bit by bit a little bit later. I just wanted to give you a little teaser for what is going to happen later on. What else we got? So, So I am going to pepper this show throughout with keep going back to what happened on Celebrity Whatever last night. I thought it was very hypocritical of him to say everything he said is what he told me I shouldn't be doing is what he's doing. And it's amazing. You know, I don't ever see people attacking that channel, but apparently I must be out of the loop or something, because people are attacking that channel because they're finally seeing what he really is. That's what I think is going on. Yeah. But when he explained it, it made sense. So, it was just weird. It was just weird because I saw myself in that sounds bad. I saw myself as Lou, and I'm like, I understand why he's mad. I understand. I get it. But he's only been here for a few years, right? 3 years, 4 years, however long. He hasn't been around that long. And I always said, when you get to 5 years, that's when you start seeing the patterns. That's when things start to change. And I think they're at that mark, or he is. And whatever's happening, it's happening because This is the cycle of ufology. People are always going to call you out no matter how much you think you're loved, liked, or doing the right thing. He thinks he's doing the right thing all the time. Maybe he is. But his actions don't show that from what I gathered. He says some things and it makes people upset. Ooh. But he didn't. That's what bothers me. What really bothered me with that whole tirade yesterday was him saying, really, all that was about, that whole show last night, was how he feels unappreciated. That's what it is. Because the home phone bombed. It was a bomb compared to the previous 2 years. And he was mad that people weren't advertising that were on or welcomed or invited to the home phone, whatever the fuck it is, right? So those people were his friends and they didn't he says they didn't even advertise until the day of. Dude, people know about the home phone. They knew it when it was. Everybody knew. Even I knew, and I'm not even a fan. You can't avoid knowing it. You were advertising it yourself. It was all over. Maybe people just don't feel like it. Maybe because you're asking them to sit on the phone for 8 hours, and what do they get out of it? 2 minutes to talk. I couldn't believe how little time they were giving people. Like, some people were sitting on the phone 6, 7 hours waiting for their turn. I'm like, what? Yeah, they sat there waiting for their turn. I guess, I don't know. I didn't watch it. I watched like a portion just to see how many people were there, but I didn't get the gist of everything this year. I imagined it was just like last year. Now, the thing is, when you do something like a home phone and you do it 2 years in a row successfully, something must have changed from last year to this year. Why people didn't give a shit. Can I tell you why? He was mad because everybody that he associates with are activists for disclosure, ufology, whatever, right? I mean, they have to give themselves a term. You know, we use truthology for ufology because that's what we do. We say it like we see it. They say it like they sugarcoat it. Forgot my train of thought. Yeah. Forgot my train of thought. Where was I going? Well, anyway, he felt unappreciated. And, oh yeah, that's the thing. After 2 years, people think it's a success and it's going to take off running. But what happened from 1 year to the next is that nothing happened. People realized the home phone was just helping Lou. It wasn't doing anything for disclosure. It didn't do anything for disclosure, and it'll never do anything for disclosure. Sadly, the home phone thing is really just a gimmick to get everybody together to sing Kumbaya one day. It's nice. Look, I don't hate it, but it is a gimmick. At the third year, it seems like a gimmick. The first year it was new, fresh. Second year, everybody's like, wow, that was good. I want to get involved. And then nothing happens. Like all that getting together and all the work he put into that didn't account to anything. Well, guess what? I've been doing it 18 years and it still accounts to nothing. Hopefully I've changed one person's mind over time, which I know I have. I've had many people email me years, a decade after we used to fight all the time. And they're like, dude, I can't believe you're still around. Holy shit, you really are serious about this. You know what? You were right. It's all bullshit. That's why I don't care anymore. That's why I'm not around anymore. I was just checking out, and there you are. I saw your face. I can't believe it. But thank you for letting me see the way. I mean, when people say that to me, it blows me away. And a lot of people say it. And what do I know? What do I know? I know as much as you. It's not that hard to figure this game out. Because it is a game. The whole thing is a game. And when somebody like Lucy feels unappreciated, I've been there, I know, you're on your own. All of us, we're on our own. It's very hard to get a group of people to stay unified for the same cause and have the same enthusiasm as people as passionate as us. So there's people out there that call themselves activists, but part-time maybe. So he's a full-time activist. We're full-time activists for what I am anyway. You know what I mean? And I felt unappreciated a couple of weeks ago, and I shouldn't. None of us should. I'm very, very grateful for everything I have. And without you guys, we don't exist. I don't exist it's encouraging to know that the support that GoofOn has is more than what that celebrity UFO review gets. I can't thank you enough. By the way, you can help support the show. All the links are in the description. I forgot to beg. I'm begging. Yeah, you can help support us. All the links are in the show. I didn't say it at the beginning, so I'm saying it now. 30 minutes later. Anyway, where are we here? Well, let's do this. So that was very interesting. The NASA stuff always makes me happy. It's impossible to debunk that stuff because we're not up there, and all we can say is it's ice crystals, it's space debris. Oh yeah, speaking of Lucy, he says, I'm relieved, he tweeted today. I'm stress-free. Don't believe it. I don't have any regrets. I believe it. Time to go play some golf and find some tater tots. See you on Thursday. He's not doing a show for a whole week? Wow. So I said, you mean you're done crying about nobody cares but me routine? You're such a hypocrite. Bringing drama to the community is all you do, Lou. You don't like it when people say that about you, do you? Stop saying it about GoofOn, me, because it's not all I do. Let's see how you grow from it. That wasn't bad, right? That wasn't bad. He is not stress-free right now. Gary P. Nolan. Professor Gary P. Nolan. I feel like, I'm not getting the sharpness. Maybe I don't want that. Maybe it's good that I'm not sharp, but this isn't fair. That this isn't... yesterday's show didn't have any problems. So why am I having it today? Isn't that weird? Yeah, there you get a close-up of my chapped hands. Come on! You can't do anything, remember? Uh-oh. I got a... Oh, what's this? Oh my God, no! Gigi Abby Lynn saying, keep for your chin up, Rich. No, I'm fine. $11.30 on the Cash App from Gigi. Thank you very much. Thank you. I appreciate it, Gigi. I know you can't barely see me, but eventually I'll be back sharper than ever. Thank you very much for that. And Alfie Joe Bob with the $10 super sticker. Let's go see what that sticker is. Let's see what that sticker is. It is... Oh, it's a happy dancing melon head. I'm sorry, lemon head. Melon. Well, it is. No, it's not. Christopher Melonhead. It's a Christopher Lemonhead. Thank you very much. Alfie Joe Bob throwing it down. Gigi Abulin, thanks. Appreciate it. And as I almost suffocated myself. Mucho gusto, generoso. All right. Now, I am working this, so if I miss anybody before the show ends, I will check all super chats to make sure I didn't miss anybody. So, I like to celebrate your enthusiasm. Yeah, I can't get this to... All right, I'm going to play a video. Tucker Carlson had Gary Nolan on, but there were some things I never played. He discusses Lockheed Martin's possession of UFO crash retrievals and their desire to profit off advanced technological discoveries while concealing the information from congressional oversight. This should make everybody pissed. But how and why would we be pissed? You know what I mean? Oh, whoa, everything's freaking out right now, something on StreamYard. I go to share, the video, and when I hit share, it brought up my show. It's doing it again. Wow, that is really weird. Here it is. All right, I'll play this for you. Because it's always about the money. Hey, don't worry, we're underwater right now. Yeah, I'm underwater. Now, I bet you're wondering, how did Rich know how to make himself sound like he's underwater? Because I'm immature.
DOD, or the U.S. government more broadly, has lied about this for so long?
So I think that they were just afraid of admitting that they don't have control over the airspace.
Yeah.
That's one thing. But also, it's really back to what it is that I was saying before. We have the data, but we have, to the extent that there is proof that there's something else here, they didn't want anybody to know about it because they're scared of what the reaction might be.
Yeah. No, it makes sense. I mean that's a human reaction.
It's a human reaction.
Yes.
But the other point is, I think that...
Hold on. I want you to listen to this again. Hello? Oh, that was weird. I want you to listen to this again. It sounds like he is remembering what to say off a script. No, it really does. I'm telling you, there's a difference with the way he's talking. It's hard to hear it. But I just want you to hear what I think I hear, what I know I hear. And it sounds like he's trying to remember what to say instead of just saying what he knows.
Control over the airspace.
Yeah.
That's one thing. But also, it's really back to what it is that I was saying before. We have the data, but we have,
right there. That major pause that he's taking and the way his eyes are darting all around. This guy is now, and then he focuses down, which he's trying to remember what to say. It's a very important thing because I believe we are watching people who are scripted, who are told what to say, and are very, very untruthful with us.
We have the data, but we have, to the extent that there is proof that there's something else here, they didn't want anybody to know about it because...
Now he gets it, and he starts speaking perfectly again. All right, I'll be quiet.
They didn't want anybody to know about it because they're scared of what the reaction might be.
Yeah. No, it makes sense. I mean,
Did you see? He was so happy he rewarded himself with a heavy head nod of yes. Like, you see, I said it perfectly. This has got to stop. I can't even handle this anymore. I don't want to be underwater anymore. Oh, getting it done. Come on! Why doesn't it want to work? Why? It worked! All right. Yeah, see, that's much better. All right. Gary P. Nolan, professor from Gilligan's Island.
That's a human reaction.
It's a human reaction.
Yes.
But the other point is, I think that's important to realize is that when a lot of, let's say, these events were occurring and there's claimed crash.
When there a lot of, let's say, these events are occurring, when there are a lot of, let's say, these events are recurring, I mean, that is so scripted to me. Maybe because, and I know I'm not wanting to hear a script. It just sounded that way, and it caught me by surprise.
I think that's important to realize is that when a lot of, let's say, these events were occurring and there's claimed crash materials that might have...
He's like Corbell. Look at the hands.
This went off to places like Lockheed and
Palms
all
up.
of the big aerospace companies.
Palms.
they wanted to profit off of it. And many of them basically took a lot of the information, set it aside, and they decided, okay, well, we're going to profit off it. We're not going to tell Congress what this is all about, because if we do, then maybe we have to share this with McDonnell Douglas or something.
How could if an aerospace, and
Do you know, this is the oldest thing. People have been saying this for decades. Why is Tucker acting like he's never heard this before? And why is Gary P. Nolan, professor, why is he even in this field to begin with? Why is he a figurehead now? This guy just figured out a way, what was it, a certain type of blood diagnostics machine or something that can, whatever it is, he created this way to look at the brain and determine what cells are, I don't know, but something or another can tell whether it was aliens or not. I don't know, but this guy, it would be like John Lear, the guy who did the alien implant removals. It would be like him coming in and talking about the gimbal and the go fast and the tic tac. Like, you know, that guy doesn't know shit about it. All he knows is that it exists, but he's not an expert. Now Gary P. Nolan, professor, is an expert on all this shit. And there's some other things I can't say right now about how he got into this field. But how he got into this field, it's not true what he said. That's all I can tell you. I know the backstory. I happen to know the backstory. That's why I have such disdain for this guy. No, not Dave Mustaine. Disdain. Anyway. All right, I'm going to let it run out now and talk. I can't help but interrupt, though.
Heard this theory from very informed people. I don't think it's a theory. It sounds true. That if there are crash materials, and apparently there are, those reside in the custody of not the U.S. government, but of contractors that work for the U.S. government, aerospace, defense contractors.
Right.
McDonnell Douglas, Lockheed, et cetera. How could they profit off those materials?
Well, one, they can continue to ask for black budget money.
Oh.
For it.
Right. I should know this. I lived in Washington, right.
Right? I mean, that's,
the funding continues.
The funding can continue. You might hope eventually that you can understand it, right? But, and thereby profit off of it. You know, but my point has been that whatever this stuff is hundreds of technology revolutions ahead of us and understandings of physics that we don't appreciate.
Right.
So
I hate when these people say that. There were 100, what is it, generations ahead of us or something like that. How does he know? No, I'm serious. How does he know? This just came in. Nathan sent, this all came in through PayPal, by the way. Thank you, Nathan, for the $6. And your support as always. Mucho gusto generoso. And then $2.26 from Marie Jose Sproul. Thank you very much. You're a continuing supporter of Goof On through PayPal too. Thank you very much for that. And Rebecca Wiles, everybody. Here's Friday night support and love. A gush, she says. Oh, I love a woman who uses a gush. Thank you, Rebecca Wiles, for the $5 support on PayPal. Mucho gusto, everybody. I don't know if that's the proper way to say it, but mucho gusto generoso. You guys are awesome. All right, and I think we're done with Gary P. Nolan, professor, but it's very funny to me to watch this guy speak. I can't tell you why. Maybe because I know he's such a bullshitter. I'm sorry if I think everybody's a bullshitter. I really do. But they are. They try to tell us about all these things. Transmedium craft, ultra-terrestrial, new terms, UAP, that really haven't been proven. Jeremy Corbell in his Splash video thinks that is a transmedium craft. Without any evidence. Well, how could it have been a drone? It wasn't. It was probably some sort of flare or something else that mundane. But it wasn't a UFO. And I can't say that. I shouldn't say that either. Maybe it was. But they did. If that is a UFO, that splash, you know, where it goes into the water. If that's a UFO, then they need to redo the way they put this stuff out. Oh, I have an idea. Get rid of Jeremy Corbell. Anytime that guy speaks, it's very, very painful, entertaining, like a, you know, like a disaster happening in real time. Speaking of success stories, no, I don't know why I said it that way. John Greenwald, and I don't know if I played this the other day. And I don't like doing that. I don't like bringing up stuff we already talked about and play the same clip. But I don't remember this. Can anybody tell me if I played this? I'm going to play it. He says, all right, this is John Green. Did I play this? This is John Greenwald's 11-minute video responding. I think I did play this. I think I did. About how he was going to... I think I did. I'm not going to play it. I'm not going to play it. Maybe later if we have time. But I think I already played it. I am, however, going to play this. Because we talk about crash retrievals. And Gary P. Nolan, professor, is saying that our government is not going to give that information to the Congress because they want to keep it to themselves and make money. Of course that's happening. And let's say the government does tell us they have this material that they can use. I don't understand why they would have to hide it anyway. If they told us, I'd be like, damn. Go for it. So you have this technology where you can reverse engineer it and somehow make it available to us, which in turn would be new technology that you could profit from. Like, we can stop that anyway. Who cares? The government's going to get theirs and we're always not. That's what we get. Nothing. But I want to hear what Jim Semivan says, a former senior official of the CIA. He says the real untold story is there's a non-human intelligence living with humans here on Earth. Surely it's time for media to start demanding the evidence behind such assertions? Why would... The media is controlled. The media... People think that the media, I got a story, I'm going to put it out. No, it's all got to get approved. Phone calls are made, approvals are given. I'm telling you, you break a new story on UFOs, it's not going up right away unless it's on YouTube. Let's hear what Jim Semivan has to say. Oh, this is from Calling All Beings? I didn't know this was from this show. Here we go. It's a minute and a half.
When it came out on that fateful day, the story was wrong. And I got a hold of Leslie and I said, it's not about $22 million and the Pentagon has a UFO program. It's about there's an entity out there. There's some kind of non-human intelligence that's living with us on this fucking planet. I'm sorry, I'm getting all wound up. That's the story. And she said they wouldn't let me run it like that. And it's still very, very difficult.
I don't like it when people say, and they're living with us on our planet. It's everybody's planet. Yeah, unless you're... I guess the Bible says that planet Earth and everything on it was made for humans. So, in essence, he's right. Jim Semivan bothers me, though. And I'm sorry, everybody bothers me in this field because they're so full of shit. No evidence. There are these entities, these biological entities or EBEs living with us on Earth. And what has it done? It hasn't interfered with us. Nobody's dying from it. Why is this a bad, dangerous threat? Why can't it just be something we could all get along with and maybe learn from it? Instead of trying to attack it and capture it on video every 2 seconds. You know what I mean? Nah, Jim Semivan, he's out. This is going to be me in 20 years.
So I give the New York Times a lot of credit for running this story, but for missing the big point. We're not alone, and we never have been alone. And I think that's what Chris Mellon got across when he got the Navy. And again, the Navy is a very, very small part of this. The Navy is just this one little small program that they started because they were seeing all this stuff, right?
And according to them, we were seeing all this stuff. Remember, we haven't seen any evidence yet of anything that Ryan Graves claimed on the East Coast, that Fravor and Dietrich claimed on the West Coast, Cahill and others, Kevin Day and all these other guys, are just a wheel in the cog that keeps moving a story, making this narrative that can't prove anything. I'm not saying my narrative proves anything either, but at least I know that, we're being duped. And it's all for money. It really is. It's all about money. It's all about power. It has nothing to do with truth. It has nothing to do with anything. What if we found out tomorrow that they found out that it was just atmospheric in nature? Well, I've never seen a UFO look metal that was atmospheric. How do you know? You don't know that. What if these beings are, they have a silver back or something, and they can reflect the sun, and when they get together, they can make shapes? Maybe that's why we see UFOs changing shape, even though that's not true at all. That's just people out of focus and bad cameras and just thinking they're seeing things changing shape, or it's balloons moving in the wind, changing and all that other stuff, perspective on where you are and where it went and how it got there. All that stuff plays an effect. But anyway, back to Jim Semi-Don't.
On the East Coast and the West Coast and with the carrier groups. And that's how this all started. But that wasn't the real programming. That's part of it, But when the Congress saw the classified briefings, saw what I saw, they were dumbfounded. They wanted to know. They were angry, and they still are angry. Why weren't we told? Why didn't we know about this? Now, John can attest to this. This goes back a ways. This whole idea of keeping this hidden. Because I personally believe there were, and I still believe to this day, from everything I know, there are no answers, in the sense that the government, the IC in particular, and the military have no answers. They really, truly have no answer.
True. Good. Very good clip. I believe that. They don't have any answers. 100% true. Who's this guy? Is that a Canadian I see? This is a blank message since you don't... No, that's not what I say. Pay attention. I never say that. I say when somebody doesn't type anything there. And by the way, thank you for the $14 Canadian super chat. When somebody just puts up a donation and there's nothing, it's called a super dono. It's a donation with nothing on it. So there's no comment and no sticker. It's pure love. That's what I say. I don't say I prefer it without it. I never said that. Hey, I have to make sure that's clear, because I like all super chats with and without sticker comments. So, without further ado, I welcome Dave Scott to the show. No, I'm kidding. Ha, you guys. Thanks, Dave. Hey, look, I put it up on the board. Hint, hint. I put your super chat up on the board. Thank you. I'm still a dick. Yeah, I am. No, don't do this, Dave. Stop. Come on. Come on. He does love. He does that with all love and admiration. You understand? Do you understand what that means? He truly, truly loves us. Do you? No? No, that's nice, Dave. Thank you very much. Good to see you. And what's today? Friday? Yeah, you have a show tonight too. Yeah, midnight. Thanks, man. Canadian coin. I love me some I love Canadian coin. See, and I'm not even trying to be funny. Thanks, Dave. Spaced Out Radio. So, Semivan didn't do a bad job. I like what he said for the last 30 seconds there, but for overall, he's right. He's right. He's got that right. I like Eric Weinstein because I don't like him. I don't like anybody. Well, they're on the wrong side. Because this guy, he can't play it more safely than anybody else because he's still using, well, I'm new here. You know, I'm still new and I'm new. It's no excuse for stupid. Don't say stupid. He says when he's responding to Ross Coulthart, Congress admits UFOs, not man-made, says threats increasing exponentially. And then Weinstein, the genius that he wants to be, he thinks we want him, you know what I mean. When government / ex-USG folks reach out to you on UFOs, you get told you're about to have a mind-blowing discussion and revelation as to what is going on. I have had many interesting conversations, but the revelations always get canceled. It has now happened multiple times to me. So I said, welcome to ufology, Eric. I know you haven't been here long, but you will learn that there are never any revelations in this field. Nothing new has been shown to the public that's deemed credible. Corbell's crap doesn't fill the void. You will be a veteran at 5 years. No revelations. Ever. That was right before the show. See, now I can be a nice guy, right? I wanted to be a dick, but... Oh no. What happened? What is this? Oh, I see. Oh shit! I can't believe Cahill gave a strike, not a copyright claim, a strike to the unified, whatever, the celebrity review people. He struck Lou's channel for a thumbnail and they didn't even do the show yet. I've never seen that happen. Never even heard of that happening. No, it wasn't a copyright claim as I was told. It was a strike. That sucks. Cahill's a slime ball for doing that. Oh, I forgot to mention that. What a dick. See, that's one thing I'll back Lucy on. Striking other channels for a freaking picture. Unacceptable. That, you know what? Cahill should be banned for that. I'm serious. I don't like that shit. How dare he? He could have emailed Lou and said, hey man, I didn't give you permission to do that. But he didn't. Now we're seeing all the other side fighting with each other. Remember how they were all pointing the finger at us back in February and March? They're going to destroy each other. They're going to take each other down. They were all high-fiving each other, sucking each other's feet. Right? Remember that? And now they're all fighting. It's amazing, the hypocrisy, the love that people do not have for Lou over there. I feel sorry for Rather and UFO Jane. By the way, UFO Jane, you need to turn down your microphone, Tootsie Pop. It was so loud last night. Every time you spoke, I had to lower the volume about 35-40%. Turn your mic down. It's not all about you. All right. It was so loud. It's like nobody said anything. I'm like, friggin' A, man. Grant Cameron poking his head on Twitter. Have you seen this? Let me pull it up. Here it is. Here it goes. He's talking about this here in the middle in white. From Managing Magic, the government's UFO disclosure plan. Everyone attached to the agency must sign CIA Secrecy Agreement Form 368. It states that before releasing anything while working for the agency or after they leave, that the material must be reviewed by the agency. I contemplate disclosing publicly, or that I have actually prepared for public disclosure either during my employment or at any time thereafter, prior to discussing it or showing it to anyone who is not authorized to have access. I further agree that I will not take any steps toward public disclosure until I have received written permission to do so from the CIA. The rule applies even when no classified material is involved, if the material is unnecessarily close to or draws undue attention to sensitive material. Courts have held that this signed agreement is a lifetime enforceable contract, and that the secrecy agreement is a prior restraint of First Amendment freedom. No, it's not. Not if you sign it. Once you sign that document, you're agreeing to the new term of that. It voids the First Amendment. Are people this... I mean, what world are we living in where people don't get that? Once you sign that thing, you have to abide by it. All right, I know what they're saying. Lifetime. Yeah, even after you work there, it says it in writing. Lifetime. What? It's this is what Grant Cameron wants. He wants it to be something that's like goes against the Constitution. This way, maybe we could fight it in a court of law, and maybe these people who have NDAs and they sign away their life can finally speak about what they saw, experienced. I like it, but Grant, it ain't going anywhere, Chief. Once you sign it, you null and void. You null and void your First Amendment, whatever the hell you're trying to say. Sorry. Not buying it. And look, if you are in the military and or understand the complexity of what would happen if alien technology or an alien species was brought to the public, how that would change world as we know it, it's unimaginable. You have no idea how crazy people will get. We are so not ready for this. They have put out the threat assessment for 3 years straight before the 180 days thing ended June 25th last year. For 3 years plus, Lou Elizondo and everybody else, it's a threat, it's a threat, it's a threat, it's a threat. Even today, people think we're still being invaded by aliens. But nobody cares about anything else. That's all they heard out of everything that was brought to the public, either by the Congress, by Lou, by TV, etc. That's all people heard. Are we being invaded by aliens? Yeah, sure. They sing and dance too, honey. Damien Smokey. Been a long time, man. The $7 Super Dono. That's a super chat with no comment, and no sticker. A super dono, it's pure love. See, I didn't say, oh, I prefer those. I didn't say I only like it when there's nothing on it. I'm giving you a hard time. Dave left already. Damian Smokey, $7. Super chat. Good time. Good day. Mucho gusto, generoso. A continuing supporter of Goof On. Good to see you back. Sapphire Elves here. F Graphs here. What's up? David Wilcox showed up here. Good to see you. I know you've been here a minute. I see everybody. I'm just throwing it down, saying hello halfway through the show right now. All right? So we got more to talk about. I'm not stopping there. Guess what? The Artemis launch is Sunday. For me to go there, I will be there. I will leave my home at 5 a.m., get there about 6:30. The launch is at 7:30-ish, and it is going to be incredible. I've never been to a live launch. I've been next to F-18s when they took off, and that was brilliant. But never a rocket that's going to go around the freaking moon. The largest rocket ever in history. I'll be there. I gotta go, right? I gotta go. Well, there, go for launch. Unless I wake up sick that morning, I'm going. 24 more videos are associated, I mentioned this earlier, with Gimbal, Go Fast, Tic Tac. Or Gimbal, Go Fast, and Lear, whatever. That UFO footage. Gee, as Area 503 tweeted, why didn't Lou and Chris get those to leak as well? It's a good question. It is. I'm going to show you some documentation here. This should have been. Why? And I'll tell you why. Because the stuff, here it says, the UAP reports linked below are jaw-dropping. Important. There are 24 videos associated with these incidents. An appeal to release the videos was granted, but the Navy is dragging its feet, possibly in violation of FOIA statutes. That's FOIA, Freedom of Information Act. This is from John at theblackvault.com. Nike. Did I blow these up? Hold on, I think I blew the... No, I blew up something else. Hold on, I want you to read this, so give me 30 seconds while I do some quick work here and blow this up. All right, I can't think right now. What am I doing wrong? Here it is. All right. What I'm doing now is, I'll show you. So you can watch and read at the same time. I don't want you to feel like, I'm doing something nefarious behind the scenes. All right. There's me. Whoa. That was weird. I forgot to hit the edit. So I wanted to show you these. And we do this live on the show because we can. See? Takes 30 seconds. And now I save it. And what am I going to name this as? Daco. Doesn't matter. It's just for the show. I'll erase it when I'm done. All right. Now we'll get rid of that. You got me. Now I'll bring it up. No, that's not it, ass face. Here it is. There we go. All right, now I can show you this. All right, it took a minute, I'm sorry. It took a minute, not 30 seconds. My bad. My bad. Here it is. This is a reference to your Freedom of Information Act as request March 3rd, 2022. OPNAV N2N6 has identified 24 videos that are responsive to your request. These videos have been deemed classified and are exempt from disclosure in their entirety under exemption this, which protects national security information concerning the national defense or foreign policy from disclosure, provided that it has been properly classified in accordance with the substantive and procedural requirements of Executive Order 13526. You have the right to an appeal. It must be received within 90 calendar days. So that's it. Wow. That to me is ridiculously cool. Look, it's right here. Unreal. Right? Unreal. You know it. That's what's going on. Oh, and by the way, here's this. This is what was given to Lou when he got the videos. This was also something we looked at months ago. These are about the 3 videos. The redacted, unredacted, I guess. Subject. What does this say? I can't read that. But anyway, oh, it's all been blacked out. And this is the videos. The 3 videos. That Lou got supposed permission, marked for official use only, but there was something in here, I think Manny had it, that showed it was approved for public viewing. Yeah, that was weird. It wasn't in that. Anyway, good stuff. And I would really like to see what the others. We're never going to see it. And, you know, there's also a 23-minute video that's supposed to be really clear that we've never seen. We were told Lou was going to get that out to us, right? Remember when Lou was lying about that shit too? There's no 27-minute video. Yeah, there is. Of course there is. I believe there is. I believe there's a 2-hour video. I believe there's a 1-minute video. I believe there's a 2-day video. I think the government has so much evidence that they don't give a shit what we do out here. They really could care less. Do you really think that they don't know what's going on? First of all, the Air Force has way better video than the Navy does. Unbelievable video. They have better camera systems. They have never, ever, ever given that shit up. It's true. Why isn't anybody talking about that? You know what I mean? All right, we got some shit to do. I want to show you this. I'll show you this later. I don't have time for that. What time is it? We got time, but... All right, I'm going to show you... And then we'll get into implants real quick. There's no reason to discuss implants too much tonight, but what did I just say? I don't know. There's no reason. All right, let me see. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, chihueno. Hey, Luis. Jaime, shut up. No, listen. All right. Here's the third phase. We're gonna look at some UFO videos because that's what we do here on GoofOn. See, this is why I don't have a lot of guests, because there's so much information out there that nobody else talks about. But they'll have guests on and they'll talk about it, but nobody ever goes over stuff like because they have a guest on or whatever. And usually the guest doesn't know shit. But when you do things your own way, like I'm a one-man band, I can do things any way I want here. I don't have advertisers to worry about. I don't have to answer to anybody else. I don't even have a co-host. It's just me. So that gives me the freedom. And I've heard Dave Scott say this a few times to me in personal conversations, even on the air. He has said this. And if he's still here, he'll nod his head yes. He wishes he could do what we do here. He has told me. I feel bad for Dave. Think that's why he liked coming over here, because he could really spread his wings. But when you're in real radio, I guess, and You have to watch your P's and Q's. You have advertisers, and you don't want to lose that shit by saying the wrong thing and pissing off those people. I get it. I don't like it. I hate it. I wish Dave would just spread his wings and just go on his own, get away from all the other stuff, and just stay on YouTube. And I think he would be able to open up his mouth and say, I gotta say a lot of things right now. I can't imagine what Dave would talk about. Dorothy Hawkins with the $2 super dono. More love. You are so sweet. Thank you, Dorothy. You didn't have to do that. But thank you very much. A mucho gusto, generoso, continuing supporter and good friend of the show. Dorothy Hawkins, everybody. Thanks, Dorothy. All right, I haven't done it, but for everybody. Yeah! Oh, truthology for ufology. It is. We are. All right, let's watch some videos here. NASA. Need another straight asteroid. This is a UFO that's near the ISS.
At 2:26 a.m. International Space Station time, a live feed captured some kind
It's
of
a live
anomalous
feed.
craft
They didn't
hiding
fake it.
behind the ISS, and it disappears in the full sunlight spectrum. What the heck are we looking at? This video was submitted to us by Anomalies The Real Deal. He's got
That's
a YouTube
amazing.
channel and he keeps a close eye, and we're happy that he's sharing this video. Right now on Third Phase of Moon, we're looking at this. Once again, as you can see, whatever this craft is, basically dematerializes or takes off. But once again, in clarity, full clarity, we see this craft of unknown origin make an appearance. And that's the solar ray right there coming in from the ISS from below. But once again, we got a good close-up. I'm going to take a photo of the still video image and see if I could enhance it, bring some sharpness and brightness and contrast. This is amazing what's going on around the International Space Station right before the end of the year. And I believe this is probably the best evidence. Look at this. Once again, it's slightly...
Got 3 mute buttons over here. Yeah, you know, this is one of the most unbelievable things I think we'll ever see. Could this be the shuttle upside down, flying around Earth, and the ISS caught it? I don't think so. I mean, if you look at the video, it doesn't look like the shuttle, but somebody said that. I'm taking all accounts here into consideration. It disappears because the sun goes beyond the shadow line there. Timeline, whatever it's called. But that is one of the craziest UFOs I've ever seen from NASA. It really is. I mean, look at this thing. That looks like a ship. How can that be space debris? There's something triangular here. It looks like an arrow, right? With a little ledge here or something. And then there's something that spawns off the side. It's bizarre. It looks like a boat. I don't know, man. NASA is unreal with they have the best UFO evidence on the planet, I believe. And we just don't know it. What you're about to see is one of my favorite videos of all time. I love this video.
Closer, and I bring up the image. Up on the left corner,
this has never been solved.
Something comes into frame, and we're going to be enhancing this.
Never been solved.
Getting a very close look at it. Are you seeing what I'm seeing, guys? It is massive. We have a huge black sphere.
DB Cooper made it.
By the solar
Gary
rays
Henninger's
of
here.
The sun itself.
What's up, guys?
Larger
Gyro?
than Jupiter. Probably larger than all the planets combined. This is massive in size, and I'm just wondering, is NASA going to come
is
forward
this
and
the
give
video?
us any answers? This image was just taken.
I like the one video where it sucks something out of the earth, like it put a needle into the earth and sucked something out and then it retracts. That's what I thought that was.
Evidence, guys, and I want to get
Still,
your
what
comments
is
in
this?
the description. So let's move along. UFOs possibly
This is
harnessing
amazing.
The energy from the sun. Videos have been making the rounds lately, and we received one from George Rabb just moments ago in regards to this phenomenon. We're showing you the video right now, and it's mind-boggling to understand the comprehension behind this. What's going on? We're getting some close-up shots of the anomalies. What is going on here? It's very bizarre because when we do a close-up shot, I'm slowing it down.
So an amateur astronomer he made this telescope that can look at the sun. You know, he's one of those guys. And he captured something he's never seen before or since. You're going to see objects go into the sun. And I was saying these are planes in the atmosphere. And for some reason, the pixelating makes it look like it's going into the sun. That's what I think is really happening. But I'm not so sure. Because I always go with what makes the most sense. Am I looking at an airplane just passing by and a guy has his camera and telescope, but here he is zooming in on the sun. He wouldn't see anything here on Earth pass by that clear. So it couldn't be. So then the next thing is, well, the unavoidable. It's something going into the sun. And this guy captured it and thought it was so unique. Here we go. Enjoy.
Just a bit. You can see this plasmic UFO enter
Plasmic?
the sun and whip out on the other
This is
side.
a new word.
It's very bizarre because this doesn't look like any kind of conventional aircraft. Nothing in our assets. Is this something interstellar? Something close to the sun? Something massive in size?
And notice how the tail gets bigger and brighter as it gets closer to the sun.
Planet Earth itself.
See? Look at the tail on that. It's like on fire. They're meteors. Is that what we're looking at? Asteroids? Hitting the sun? Oh, shit. And then they come out the other side and keep going? I guess. I don't know, man. I wonder if you could do that with the sun. As a comet or a meteor. Fly through the sun. Don't burn up at all. Of course it would burn up. My God, why wouldn't it? It would be melted. So this, again, doesn't make any sense. It's beautiful, really.
This object is mega in whatever its structure is. It's hard to say what is the meta propulsion behind this technology. We've got the entire panel that's going to be joining us tonight. They're going to be chiming in with their thoughts in regards to this incredible video from George Rabb, including George, who captured this. He's going to give us a statement. Buckle up, everybody. This is Third Phase of Moon. So let's get it on and start it off with Goofon. What's your thoughts here, Goofon?
No! Hey, thanks, guys. Yeah, I appreciate it. I don't want to see what I look like. I probably look super skinny. So what I'm looking at now is, in the first part, an object that looks like a meteor. Oh. Heading into the sun. And then another object coming out. So all right, obviously I just said all that. Took video. We don't need to hear me. Or out.
In its wake, what the heck is this?
Here we go.
Entering the massive star, our sun, and exiting out on the other side, leaving some kind of plasmic trail in its wake.
Come on!
What the heck is this? Are there UFOs harnessing the
prove that to me? That's not going in the suns.
Comes in every once in a while of this kind of phenomenon, and we're looking at it once again. But I'm liking this because we have this time not one object, but two objects in unison, entering and exiting the sun. What's going on here?
How? I don't understand.
Yeah, good stuff. We've seen this, like you said, a few times over the years at Third Phase. And again, this is a good capture. Two objects piercing the sun, leaving a...
They went into the sun, or gave the illusion of going into the sun. Now, I'm thinking, why the hell? Okay, stay with me. Why the hell do I see clouds? I thought we were zoomed in all the way at the sun. That's odd. So we're not? So we're seeing this from Earth? See, this one confuses me. But nonetheless, whatever the object is, there's two objects that look like they go into the sun and come out and then disappear.
Plasma trail on the way out. I counted it. It seemed like it was hidden maybe in the sun or in front of the sun.
That's
for
not
more
an
than
airplane.
6 seconds. It took a while for it to traverse to the other side. Could this be something in our own atmosphere, or maybe satellites up there in space, some sort of new space technology, Space Force, you might say, or something otherworldly? What's going on here? This is a great capture.
I don't know about
It's good
reversed
focus.
footage.
Too bad we can't
I
have
doubt
a super
that.
powerful telescope.
It doesn't
to zoom
make
up
sense.
on these objects to clarify what they are, but right now they're unidentified and we don't know what it is. Good stuff.
Now let's take it out to Doc Skinner from 1028 Productions. What do you think of these anomalies, Doc?
So I'm looking at this video you guys sent me, which was filmed overlooking Mount Mitchell in North Carolina.
Oh, Mount Mitchell? Okay.
And it's pretty peculiar stuff. The first thing we see is an object.
Yeah, it is cool, whatever it is.
Into the sun. And my first thought would be, okay, it's a comet or something crashing into the sun. But as we move on forward, we see that these objects are actually leaving
the hell?
sun,
Mr.
and
DB.
leaving a wake behind them of, I guess, sun stuff.
Mr. DB Cooper with 500. What are you doing, man? Goofon is all killer, no filler. Yeah, man. I have filler in my teeth. Oh. I know that. There's another joke right behind that. A gosh! I could keep going. And a gosh again. Thank you, Mr. DB Cooper. That's ridiculous. Thank you, man. I'll have to do something for that. I mean, what do you do for a guy who gives that much? Thank you, Mr. DB Cooper. 7 for the amount you gave. A killer. Now you got gosh. As I interrupt the show to say hello, mucho gusto. Totally worth it. I tell you what, I do what I want. Mr. DB Cooper 77 with $5 million at Goosh. All over philanthropy. That wasn't funny. I reached on that one. You can tell when I reach. That was a reach. Not a reach around. I gave myself a reach around once.
It is pulling it out as it ejects from the sun. Now, there's been many theories on something like this where these craft are capable of
Goofon, the show that doesn't do reach arounds.
entering the sun and
stupid I am.
Gaining the energy from the sun to refuel
Smoke a little more
their
weed.
tanks or their batteries or whatever.
Where's
it is
my
that
lighter?
Flies their ships. And others have speculated that these objects are actually traveling in and out of the sun because the sun, and this has been speculated, that the sun is actually a stargate.
What?
And, people speculate that the fact that Egyptians and other cultures worship the sun, saying that it is a god, what if the sun is an actual stargate? Of course, we've never gone into it ourselves, but this is quite amazing footage. Like I said,
I don't know, man. This scares me. This whole thing scares me. Oh, and then the guy talks. This is good. Let's see what he says.
Hey guys, I just wanted to send
Hey.
this video to you. I took this back in October of 2020. I was hiking in the mountains, in the Pisgah Mountains in western North Carolina. And like I always do, I like to film the sun rising over the mountains. And it wasn't until this summer I happened to be looking at this video and I saw something that was really unusual. So I sent it to you guys. I figured you guys could use it. And I would just like to get your opinion on it, see what you think about it. Anyway, thanks, guys. I love your show.
Let's take a look at this photo right here, this still image. We've got some sort of what looks like Superman character here. I see some boots, red boots, leather outfit. I see what looks like the alien Gray from Whitley Strieber's imagination. And then we have one of the horn players from the Cantina in Star Wars. And then we go over here and we've got this dog that I don't know its name. We got a monkey in a bag and another monkey wearing an outfit. And then I can't read. The Purple Rose of something. And then he's got looks like a trophy here. So he's in front of his bedroom. He's in his bedroom. That's where he is. Living room? I don't know. But he likes red. That guy's, he's got the hair of a 20-year-old, though. I can tell you that. Right? That's how 20-year-olds wear their hair. Not 70. You make that shit look nice or put a cap on it. No, his hair looks good. I'm joking. It does. It actually does. He's got great hair. Great hair. All right. Why do we talk about this stuff, Rich? What if the guy's watching your show right now and gets mad? And then he thinks that we're you. And I'm like, no! Nobody's me. I said it. Nobody controls me. Watch this. This is amazing. You've never seen anything like what I'm about to show you. From Science Girl on Twitter. That is the most amazing thing I've ever seen. That is the most amazing thing I have ever seen. I have never, ever seen anything close to that. That is ridiculous. It's so beautiful. We live on a planet full of beautiful, beautiful things, filled with mystery and desire. But we have one problem. Greedy humans. Humans will always look for a way to turn something into a weapon, make money off of it. And that's it. Yeah, that's it. That's all we do. Everything's about money. Senator Gillibrand says they have video, they have radar, they have heat sensors, they have everything. She said this. She says, Senator Gillibrand, yes, I want to thank you on behalf of so many of my friends and colleagues for your UAP reform support. This is a reply to Adam Godsack and UAP Media, UK. She says, oh, yes. I have some questions. Yes, Senator Gillibrand says. OF, when can we expect a public hearing regarding UFOs and UAP, specifically with these reforms in place? When? Never. But she's a little bit excited. She says, okay, so I'm supposed to get a report in the next, I think, month or two. They briefed our staff, but it wasn't very significant. Not a lot of information. They're building the office right now. That's the UFO office inside the DOD, inside the Pentagon. And they understand what the mission is. Oh, wait, so the guys that are building the office right now understand what the mission is? You mean the contractors know? The guys who work building the toilets and the shelving and the carpet? I don't get it. Then she says, so I met the guy who's in charge of the office. He understands he is supposed to work with the private sector and all of the people who have all of the data and information. He is also asked to go back and look at all of the archival data. He has not been able to get access to it. As you can imagine, it is pretty siloed in all sorts of places. So his job is to try to get access to all of it. And if he can't, I just said go forward. If you can't get the historic stuff, to get what's in the private sector. Get the private sector data, like FAA data, correlated, investigate all the other things that are current, and just create a state-of-the-art office. And he's committed, and they're taking it seriously, and they're going to hide it because there are so many of us now on the Intel Committee and armed services that were going to stand by the service members who documented this stuff. They have video, they have radar, they have heat sensors, they have everything. OF materials? They have it, she says. So I'm not going to let it go. I'm 100% committed. And if you have information and want me to help and want to help me, why don't I get your card and we'll collaborate? Can I interview you? I'm trying to do a public affairs show about this. Yes, yes, she says. They've got the stuff. They've got the goods, Jill. Like she would know. Like she would, oh, she's talking to somebody who's in the know, who thinks that he can get this stuff that's siloed at all different locations, gonna have to get access and approval to go to all these locations and get the stuff. But, she says, if you can't get the stuff, if you can't get the material, just go forward with it. We'll do what we can with the voices we have. Good luck. Good luck. It's pouring rain outside right now. This is a drama-free zone to discuss UFOs and aliens peacefully and respectfully. We are not like the others. We are Truthology for ufology. Live it, learn it, know it, repeat. Next! Sounds like there's more analysis to be done. Yes, there is. We saw the new, the Con Squad, right? You saw the Con Squad. Goofon's part of that. Josh and Artemis they were down here 4 times. Green Street, Squidding, Greer, Third Phase. We're all here. I have a UFO video to show you now. We got implants, and then we'll talk. We'll do this first. UFO video. This has to be the worst UFO video of the year. UFOs over Lake Michigan. Take 1. Starts with an F and ends with an E. F-A-I-R-E. F-A-R-I-E? Fairy? F-A-I-R-Y. Never mind. It's flares. How much you want to bet one of these will go out? Is that one moving? I didn't see this part. I just saw the flares and turned it off. Uh-oh. That's an airplane. It's blinking. And the other ones are... I don't know. They could be planes in a landing pattern, which they're too close. But I don't see any flashing lights. Most likely those are F-L-A-R-E-S. Flares, 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 flares. That's what it is. What do you think? Looks like planets in alignment. Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. It's fun though, right? Isn't this fun? Trying to figure out what stuff is. You don't do this on other channels. Everybody's got to be so damn serious. Let's just enjoy the UFO show and have a little bit of fun. Talk about the community. That's what we do here at GoofOn. Tired of people... I was going to start going on a rant like Lou, but I can't do it. I think that's flares. I think that's flares. I can't believe what I saw, what somebody said about Eric Davis today. From UFO Reality Check. Says, here. Eric Davis is a puffed up lying bag of bullshit. He is a sloppy scientist who has made a career out of milking the taxpayer. The last decent paper he wrote was decades ago. Oh, he's also an insufferable prick. Did I miss anything? Do you see what's going on? What is going on in this field? That's not me. And besides, I don't do that. It's not my style. All right, it is sometimes. But not lately. That's why we're not in the drama. See how we did that? Fessler's fighting with the Angry Channel. Lou's fighting with everybody. Right? And I know some other people who are not quite happy right now. This field went from good to bad. Now, why do I say the field? Well, that side. We already went through our debacle in March, right? And we're still recovering from that. Still to this day. But they don't understand what hate is really like. And you can see it. We know what hate is like. Oh, hold on. From Matt Brown. Wow, Matt. $5.63. Thank you very much on the PayPal, Matt. You didn't have to do that. Thank you, though, bro. I appreciate it. And also, David Wilcox says, get myself a souvenir, and threw down $30 on PayPal. Thank you, guys. Jesus, you guys are un-effing believable on every level. I just... All right. Night. Yeah, it's really coming down right now. It is bad outside. It is very windy. There's no thunder. I haven't heard any thunder yet. But it is very, very bad outside right now. That's hard rain right there. Last night, after I did the show, it rained for hours. The night before, same thing. Unexpected. This wasn't even planned. It's just weird, the weather in Florida. They say it's not going to rain one day. Next thing you know, it rained 6 hours. It's like, you said no rain this morning. All right. Anyway. You want to see what the last selfie looks like ever taken by humanity? You're going to love this. This is by John, the Black Vault. I didn't know this. This is really good. Oh, wow. Oh, there wouldn't be any sound. Okay, so I have to reshare that. It is raining so hard. Yeah, it's windy too. Here we go. Check this out. This would... AI... just watch.
Is this what the last selfie taken by a human would look like? Or how about this?
No one sees me crying in the rain.
According to the artificial intelligence app named DALL-E, and thanks to TikTok user Robot Overlords,
beautiful,
we now have an idea what the computer thinks when asked to create the last selfie ever taken. Although not a government document, I am fascinated by the power of AI.
Do you know who that looks
how
like?
World governments can use it, but more on that at a later time. So I decided to ask the same program myself what the last scene of the end of the world would look like. And here's what I got.
Asteroid. Asteroid. It's coming. Okay. Implants. Who's doing the implants now? I talked about this 6 months ago. 8 months ago. And I can't believe we don't have anybody, nobody, not a one person. I haven't seen it on Twitter. I haven't seen any other show, podcast, or person getting a witness or somebody saying they have an alien implant in the last couple of years. Since John Lear died a few years ago. We don't see that anymore. It's a miracle. Nobody has any stories anymore. Oh, hey, Rich, I want to come on your show, talk about the alien implant. That doesn't happen. Michael, Dark Hour Paranormal hasn't gotten anybody. I know Third Phase probably doesn't get anybody. That would have told me about it. You know, there's just nothing about the alien implant phenomena anymore. It's over, Rover. And you want to know why? Because it's all bullshit. God, everything I noticed tonight, I don't like anybody that I talked about. And everything's bullshit. Because it is. That's why. Because it is. That's what sucks. If this field had something positive, I would be talking about it with the same attitude. I would be excited. Like, I can't believe, like, if there was disclosure going to be announced next Tuesday, I would be in a panic right now. I'd be like, this is really happening. I can't believe it. We're finally... They announced on TV, alien disclosure is here. Tuesday, we're going to tell you all about it. Disclosure will happen Tuesday. And then we're going to turn on the TV, and they're going to say, well, we think we may have found something. There's more testing going on, but it may not be from this planet. They may actually do that someday, just to see how the reaction is. But I really believe the alien implant thing was a fad that we went through 15 years ago. Don't you believe that? Everybody was having an implant. I had a guy on my show. As a matter of fact, I remember his name. You may remember this guy. His name was Charn Parker. This guy said he had a couple of implants in his head, and he was a friend of my show back on the AZ UFO show. And I'm like, Charn, why don't you get one of those taken out? He goes, Rich, I'm scared to. And I go, why? He goes, because what if it's attached to something I need working? And I go, do you really believe the aliens would do that to you? Yes, he says. I don't trust them. So I asked him, can I see the alien implant? You said you had x-rays. Never produced the x-rays he said he had. He said, I'm having a problem getting them. And then when I started questioning the guy, he started being a dick to me. So that relationship ended. And I'm like, Charn, you're not going to die because you don't have anything in your head. He said he had one in his neck, like at the base of his skull, and then one somewhere up here, near his, that one gland that makes you, temporal lobe area. That's what he said. That's right. One was at the base of his skull and by one of those temporal lobes. I said, okay, if you're not going to have them removed, why don't you put it in writing that I can have those implants when you die? He goes, get out of here. I'm not going to put you in a will. And I go, so you're not serious about this. You're not fucking serious. If you were serious, you would do it. You would put that in your will to give me the shit that's in your head. And you know what would happen if that really happened? You want to know what would happen? The coroner or whoever does the autopsy and all that shit, we didn't find anything. You found a working cell phone in that guy's brain. Tell me all about it. And that's why I have a problem with implant people. Charn was the last person that I considered having on my show to talk about his implants. And after that, I said it's all bullshit. I saw those John Lear videos when he's pulling things out of people's bodies and it looks like one of the items moved. It didn't move. It was just all the gook around it, and when he got his little device to go grab it, it pushed it. And I'm like, that's the jelly that's surrounding the fucking thing. And then they took it out and said that it had a signal. And then it died. And then I never saw a signal. I never saw it. They put this device on it, and then they took it away, and then they went back and it didn't work. Something like that. I'm paraphrasing. Yeah, this whole field's full of malarkey. Malarkey, yeah. Not malarkey, malarkey. I don't like it. I don't like anything. I'm trying to like things. Hey, we got another $3 on PayPal from Michigan UFO sightings. Hey, Wayne and Michelle, thank you very much. I'm glad I looked. It was just by accident. Thank you, man. That's a PayPal support. Thanks. I appreciate that. That was a nice surprise. Mucho gusto, generoso. Yeah, continuing supporter of the show. Thanks a lot. And I see what some people are saying. Nope, this one. So, Denbub's right. I think I know what you're talking about. What are the implants? Then what are they, Rich? I'll tell you. When you're a kid, what do you do a lot? Crawl. You crawl. And where do you crawl? Everywhere. Including, but not limited to, the sand, dirt, grass, carpet. What happens is this stuff gets inside of you when you put your knee down on the ground, or your shin, or your foot. And when you're a kid, you may feel it and you don't notice it, but you're so excited to be playing, you don't do anything about it. It's small and insignificant. It stays under your skin. For some reason, it didn't get infected. Your body fought it, and it embedded itself inside of you. And this is what happens. Now, your body, and I'm not sure the number, sheds its skin every 7 years or something, and it's constantly moving, I think in this direction, upward, right? And if you had something in your ankle, it would have moved up to your kneecap by the time you're 20, let's just say. Now all of a sudden, you've got your knee hurts, you go to the doctor and they say there's something in your knee. And I don't know what it is, and I don't understand why it's there. And now you're going back to your memories and you're like, oh shit, I have an implant. Same thing could happen. You fall on your hands, shit gets in your hands, it stays in your hand. We've seen all sorts of implants. People say they have them here. I could touch on 2 different places on this hand and feel something in there. And then on this hand, I definitely have some in between my fingers here. There feels like there's something that is round and could be an implant. Why would you put an implant at someone's hand? That would never happen. Aliens would never do that. Hands get amputated. Hands get the most injury on your body. Hands can be crushed. Hands can be frozen. Hands can be burned. Bad place. Put it in a shin or a hip or at the base of your skull. All right, now we're talking. But nonetheless, it's not happening. It's rocks, glass, sand. It's Mr. D.B. Cooper, 77, with the $2 million. He says, live alien implant extraction on pay-per-view. Take my money. Oh, see? That's how you do it. Thank you, Mr. D.B. Cooper. The first one you gave equated to $100, right? Or $50. Thunder. As soon as I said the amount, the thunder rolled. And this is like 2,200. I get it. That's right. I remember. Thank you, man. Mucho gusto generoso, Mr. D.B. Cooper. So you are an incredible supporter. That's for damn sure. Get rid of those porn bots. Do I have to? You're going to make me work? I got to do this shit? No, I'm kidding. Hey, you got it. Thank you. Who did it? Zach, thank you very much. You have to hide them from the channel. Anytime there's a spammer like that, you have to actually ban them from the channel. Yeah, just don't delete them. They'll come back. So I hid them. Always hide. If it's a person that's here, we give them a chance. Then you might put them in timeout or remove their comment. It depends. Just let people say what they want. And if it's really rude, put them in timeout first. They'll understand the rules. All right. What else we got? Oh, I was talking about those dark screen. What does that mean? I don't know what that means. Dark screen, Rich? See, I don't know what that means. What does that mean? Dark screen? I'm not dark. How do I know who the porn bot is, though? Well, you don't. You just, once you delete and hide them from the channel, it'll get rid of that account on this channel. So then they'll have to make another one or use another one, and we just keep hiding them from the channel. Ban them. Doesn't matter who they are. You know who they are? Everybody and no one. Every channel that has some sort of, I don't know, they only go after everybody, big or small. So I don't know what I was going to say. But these implants just, All right, what do I got here? Oh, what is this? Oh, shit. What is this? Oh, I can't show that. That's a documentary. Yeah, I'm not even going to mention it. Okay, what if aliens show themselves? What would it change about the fact of our existence? Also, what would happen to religion? We talked about this. Brett S., hey man. Oh no. He says, oh, $20. Thank you. Sorry, been sick. What's all this crap about Eisenhower and now Nixon with that time capsule? Is that BS? Oh, dude, I don't know about it. I tell you what, though. Tomorrow I'll have a show on it, though. We'll talk about it. I don't know. What am I... Oh, wait, are you talking about... I don't know. It sounds a little familiar, but I don't know what's happening now about it. I'm sorry, I don't know, Brett, but I'm glad you're okay. Can somebody send me a link or something I can look at? Because I'm going overtime. I'm not ending the show here in 2 minutes. We're going to go a little over. Yeah. Hold on, let me see if I can pull something up here. Let's see. I think I have it. No. Donald Trump, no. Time travel, no. No. Time capsule from 1914, no. History revealed, and no. Time capsule hidden beneath Robert E. Lee statue. Opened. No way. Let's take a look at that. Oh, I like this as a topic. I do, Brett. Thank you for this. I like this as a topic for tomorrow. I just pulled something up and where'd it go? That's so weird. It's pouring outside. I can't find it. Oh, here it is. I got it. I love this stuff. Brett, tomorrow we're going to do a show on stuff in time capsules. But I think I'm going to do it on my other show. No, I'll do it here. I think it's interesting. Thanks, Brett. $20. Welcome back. I'm glad you're okay. Shane Reed's here, everybody. Ms. DJ was 4 years ago when I searched your stream. Ah, yeah, man. I don't remember. Shit. DS House Genetics, welcome to Goof On. I don't know, a lot of weird things with this subject altogether, a lot of bullshits, but real ones. So who are the real ones? That's what I want to know. Who are the real people in this field? Are we talking about people who are claiming they have evidence? Because you're looking at one. I know I'm real. My evidence is real. Whether it's balloons, birds, drones, or what, we don't know. But I've got a lot of interesting things I've showed here on the channel. And I'm so glad I didn't show you guys everything. So who's the real one? I want to know. Welcome, though. Ms. DJ, how you doing? Michigan UFO, Samo, Samora, Samantha Morris the cat. Saturday support from Australia. That's a $5 with a couple of kangarooskis. Are kangarooskis Russian? Are they Russian? Are they Russian? I almost said grasshoppers. I almost called them grasshoppers. What are they? Kangarooskis. Kangaroos, yeah. Thank you, Samantha Morris the cat. I love that hat. It's the greatest hat on the internet right now. Isn't it? Hold on, look. I want to show everybody your hat. Here, look. It's beautiful. Look at that hat. It's a cat hat. You look so happy. I love it, man. It's good stuff. Good for you for doing that. A lot of people wouldn't do that. That's funny. We would be fun to hang out. We would be fun. I could tell. You could tell a lot about me. Ms. DJ would be a blast to hang out with too. Zach would be a blast. All you guys seem pretty cool. Like, I think Denbub would be a riot. DB Cooper, of course. I can't. Shane Reed. I would love to talk with Lunar Sparkles and her hair and hear her sing. Same as Rebecca. Mike Johnson, you and I we could talk all night and all day the next day. A lot of you people are really, really good people. Seriously. We do a lot of joking here, and I say a lot of things that are on the fence of insanity. No. But for the most part, I think you guys get it. I'm not here to be mean. You're not here to be mean. Everybody seems to be freaking cool. Here. Everybody does. But everybody has an evil side. And that is ufology. Ufology will bring the evil out in you. Let's say you have evidence. You think you're seeing something even without the evidence. And then you tell your story to somebody like me. And I'm like, oh yeah, and I got all these questions. And you're going to be like, what, you don't believe me? Same situation. That same person never talked to me, talked to somebody else, and they said they believe it all. And now they're off, and this guy's believing. Now he's got these entities in his house. He's got all this stuff happening. You really got to be careful. You're going to put somebody in a position where they're going to waste so much of their life looking for something that isn't there. Get a researcher to come in and do some research and find out what's going on. If you're seeing UFOs all the time, contact me and maybe I'll fly out there for a few days and take a look around. Seriously, I want to do that shit. This channel's almost to that point. We were getting close in March to where I would be able to travel a little bit freely. But, the Angry Channel did a lot of meanful things. Never forgive. Never forget. I'm going to show you the what they found under Robert E. Lee's statute.
A time capsule found last week buried more than 130 years beneath the statue of Confederate General Robert E. Lee.
Did you see that? Did you see? Look at what they did. You mother freaking freaks. Look what they did to the Robert E. Lee. That is a disgusting act on our history. I am livid. Fucking useless people.
Robert E. Lee was opened in Richmond, Virginia.
It wasn't that it wasn't meant to be found. It wasn't meant to be found easily.
Crews uncovered it while working to remove the pedestal where the Lee statue, long seen as a symbol of racial injustice, had stood until its removal in September. It was taken down following protests over race.
You know what bothers me? the stupidity of Americans. I talked about this on the Day Show. A long time ago, people did things differently in the 1700s. There were slave owners, and it was accepted until what? Till George Washington got here and changed all that. Took him a little bit, right? Tried to change it. Then Lincoln came 100 and some odd years later and freed the slaves. There was a time in our history where that was okay. I understand having a statue of Robert E. Lee could make people upset. But let me tell you something. It was standing there for 180 something years, untouched, until the media started putting us against each other. Lying to us about what happened with C-19. I believe something different about George F. You know, the guy who supposedly died from a knee on his neck. But his body was, well, I'm not going to say it. I can't. We immortalized one criminal for another. But Robert E. Lee wasn't a criminal. That's just the way it was back then. Sad as that sounds. That sucks, I know. But so why would we keep that kind of stuff? Because it's history. He did other things than be a slave owner. You know what I mean? George Washington. They all did. Such a weird way to get back to burn shit down, to burn down businesses that had nothing to do with anything. It is hysterical to me. Oh, by the way, if Lucy is watching, you are an idiot. I sounded like him on purpose because that's all he said. You guys are idiots. He got the whole Rittenhouse thing all wrong. And that's what I understand. That's how he operates in the UFO world. He got Rittenhouse all wrong, saying what he said, that he grabbed his AR-15 and ammo and went across the border to help businesses that had nothing to do with him at all. No, they did have something to do with him. I think his father owned a dealership or something like that. It was something that had to do with his family in the past in that city, and he went over there to make sure they were going to be okay. And he got attacked, asshole. He got attacked. He didn't attack anybody. He was attacked. And you know what? You know what the guy said that tried taking the gun from him, who got shot? When they asked him, would you shoot? Were you going to shoot Kyle? And the guy said, yeah. He didn't lie. He was going to shoot him. So Kyle shot him. It was such you would think, an open and shut case. But everything's out there. And this bonehead last night is talking like Kyle Rittenhouse was guilty and that he went down there with malicious intent. He still believes that after all we know and all the lies the media put out there. See, that's what I talk about when you have the truth in front of your face, like we do in ufology, and you blindly ignore it. You ignore it blindly, is how I should have said that. You ignore it blindly. I've been saying for years what Lou is, what these guys are. Now all of a sudden they're saying it, and they're acting like they discovered that he's a bully. They're always late for the party, and they're always wrong with their facts. They turn it around and say that we're wrong, yet we're the ones making the right predictions and giving the right information. That's what GoofOn is. And if you don't like it, go listen to Fantasyland over there. Because that's all it is. It's Fantasyland. Made me so upset when he started talking like he did. I was driving, so I couldn't do anything at the time. I wish I was there. He has me blocked. He still has me blocked in his chat room, all of my accounts. Oh, I'll unblock you, he says. He never did. That's because he doesn't want the truth. He has to peddle his lies. He has to suck the ass of everybody he's friends with. This is a guy who you think is one thing, but isn't. And that's one thing you can't deny about me. You know what you're getting because I tell you. It makes me so mad. You have the facts right there, and the guy's still saying the wrong shit about Rittenhouse. I can't believe it. He was getting so animated about it too. And the reason he brought it up, because that was the lawyer that got Kyle Rittenhouse off. That was being mentioned in the Twitter, in the Twitter thing by Elizondo. So Lucy was saying, why would you use the lawyer that got Kyle Rittenhouse off? Because he won? Because he won. You don't go with the loser who didn't get him off, which, by the way, the defense was, or the prosecuting was awful in that. They were terrible. Terrible. Because I think deep down they knew. But boy, were they playing dirty. They were playing really dirty. And it didn't work. And the American people saw it. Thank God. Thank God that kid got off. Because he didn't do anything wrong except be in a wrong place at the wrong time. Should have he gone? No. He probably shouldn't have. But he did. And that's his decision. He'll have to live with it. But to keep thinking the kid's guilty and that it would be bad to use a winning lawyer as the lawyer, and because it was Kyle Rittenhouse and you believe the media, you think that lawyer is an idiot? You don't go with losers. Well, you do. You go with winners. Oh my God. How do these people, how do they survive? I don't understand it. Winning. That's right. And what about them? What are they? Complete and utter bullshit. That's right. All right, we're going to end this show right now. I want to thank everybody for hanging out. Let me make sure I didn't miss any super chats. All right, it looks good there. I always feel bad because then I get a message saying, you didn't say anything. I sent you a super chat. And I'm like, oh no. Well, let me make sure because I don't want to be yelled at no more. All right, here we go. Looks like I got them all. Samantha, Brett, DB Cooper, Dorothy we got, Damien, Dave Scott, we got his. Yeah, we got everybody. Yeah, I got everybody. Thank you guys. Appreciate it. Thank you moderators and super chatters. Unbelievable. Thank you. Thank you. Like, fucking A. We'll be back tomorrow at 5 p.m. for Saturday in the UK. And maybe a morning show, I'm not sure. We'll think probably Sunday on the morning show. But I want to thank the newcomers and veterans. Oh, I forgot to mention it. Don't forget to subscribe. You have to. Just do it. And hit the bell. Make sure it's filled in. You know how to get all the notifications. It's not just the subscribe button. You hit subscribe, and then you hit the bell, the one on top. You hit it, I believe, twice? I don't know. Make it fill in white so you get all notifications. And we are, well, you know, I already said it, but you can never say it enough. Truthology for ufology. That's it. That's what we are. Don't forget, we'll be back tomorrow night. Have a great weekend, everybody, and be safe. Alien bless. There's gonna be no apology to nobody. I'm not gonna change. He's not gonna change. Everybody gonna stay the same. Fuck ufology.